What it likely took to bring justice to this woman's family after her cold case got cracked. Breaking tonight, a family forced to evacuate as a brush fire inched closer to their home. You can see it right here, how close it got. The teenagers who live inside emotionally describe the dangers that they face today.
To me, it brought tears to my eyes. Like, I got so emotional. I was just nervous, like, what would happen.
This is all happening along 2nd Street Southwest near Lee Boulevard in Lehigh Acres. As the Nightbeat's Morgan Reiner explains, the fire started in a very interesting way.
Happened.
And the fire department says there was no property damage to any of the surrounding houses and nobody was hurt. An authorized pile burn got out of control today, and tonight firefighters in North Fort Myers hope this fire doesn't reignite. 2 piles merged along Wellborn Road today, and the homeowners immediately called firefighters. No homes were damaged and no evacuations were ordered. Nearly drowns in Boca Grande. The fire chief says a swimmer jumped into the water off of 1st Street West, then someone found him and pulled him out, but he was unconscious. Crews rushed him to the hospital, working to find out his condition tonight. A 17-year-old Northport High School student is dead, and now this teenager is facing DUI manslaughter charges. Investigators say 19-year-old Stephanie Everard was driving on Joe Wood Circle and she missed the curb, causing a rollover crash early this morning. We know 13 people were inside or on the roof of the SUV while it was moving. 3 others were hurt and taken to the hospital. Northport High School canceled its drama performances tonight and tomorrow out of respect for the family, and it will have counselors on site tomorrow from noon to 3. And bringing closure to a family, Thelma Store's accused killer remains behind bars tonight. Today, Luis Neves faced a judge for the first time. You see him right here. He received a bond of $750,000. As the Nightbeat's Anika Henniger found out, a witness came forward saying Neves admitted to the killing.
21 years of questions, an answer, and closure. Anika Henniger, Wink News, now.
An expert told us that key information that only the suspect would know, like the cause of death, may be what investigators used to help identify Neves as the accused killer. Motorcyclist identified in a deadly crash in Cape Coral. This was breaking news last night on the Nightbeat. Investigators say Brandon Boland died after slamming into a semi-truck. Police say the truck turned onto Del Prado Boulevard North and the motorcyclist hit the truck. Witnesses say the motorcyclist was speeding. And a man who led deputies on a 2-county chase is facing serious charges tonight. Only Wink News was there when Charles Williams was arrested. Investigators say the chase started near the Golden Gate Parkway exit and then it ended along MLK Boulevard and Wright Street here in Lee County. Investigators say he stole the car. And if you missed out on Cape Coral Pride Festival tonight, don't worry, there's another chance to have a good time tomorrow. It's the first Pride Festival in Southwest Florida's largest city. Earlier today, people enjoyed the parade, food trucks, kid games, and drinks and music. People who visited the event say this is very important for our community.
I think for anybody who feels on the outside looking in, I think it's important, especially for some of our youth, to maybe see others and celebrating who they are and say, you know what, that's me. I'm not alone. There's others.
I saw a post come across Facebook. I wanted to help the community.
Tomorrow, there's a brunch on the street for everyone to enjoy. President Donald Trump is back at the White House this hour. This is after his trip out west. He wrapped it up with a speech at the Republican Jewish Coalition annual leadership meeting, and he met with immigration agents at a border city in California yesterday. The Nightbeat's Kenneth Craig shares what else was on the president's mind this weekend.
Kenneth Craig, Wink News Now.
And President Trump made no mention of the Russia investigation, but Saturday tweeted that he has not seen the Mueller report, though he has every right to. And some White House staff and cabinet members are discussing health care at Camp David this weekend. The meeting at the presidential retreat was organized by Acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney. The president thrusted health care into the spotlight earlier this week when he surprised many by saying he was developing an alternative to the Affordable Care Act. He says he will not ask for a vote on it until after the 2020 election, when he predicts Republicans will regain control of the House. Black churches getting targeted. Fires destroyed 3 of them in Louisiana over the last 10 days. Now investigators are trying to find out if they're all related. The first at St. Mary Baptist Church on March 26th. Then on April 2nd, a fire destroyed Greater Union Baptist Church. And just 2 days later, a third fire destroyed Mount Pleasant Baptist Church on April 4th. Church leaders say their faith won't be rocked and that services will go on.
Did I want to be this at this point? No, I would rather not. But this is God's plan.
Yeah.
He allowed it. And I believe he brought me here. He's going to bring me through this.
Each of the churches have made temporary arrangements in other buildings. An all-new video tonight showing the moment a little girl in Ohio is surprised by her military dad. Kaylin Lynch's dad has been deployed in the Middle East with the Army Reserves for almost a year. She didn't want him to let him go. When he finally laid eyes on him for the first time in 10 months, he was just as happy to see her too.
All the sacrifice she did for me, I want to repay her and give her some additional attention. So it's more nervous being here than it was over there.
And now that he is home safe and sound, Kaylin is excited to hang out with her dad and play lots of games, especially her favorite, which is Clue.
Those military reunions never get old. It's always just so sweet to see them get back together. Even if it's a short period of time apart, they're doing so much for our country, and the kids really miss them.
They do, and I love that she wants to play board games. That's like one of my favorite things, too.
So sweet.
An inmate slammed to the ground. Now the deputy is in a lot of trouble. What made the fall worse for the inmate? All new ahead. Plus.
So this is a step toward allowing some of that therapeutic medicine.
We're looking into the controversial use of CBD oil and hemp, all new right after the break. But back to breaking news on State Road 829. At least 5 people are hurt there in a crash. State Road 29 is closed. Our crew is setting up right now, and we'll have a live report in just minutes. And new tonight, officials ramp up their investigation into a big human trafficking and spa bust in South Florida. Investigators arrested more than 100 men in Vero Beach alone. That's on top of the 24 arrested in Jupiter, which includes New England's Patriot owner Robert Kraft. Investigators say the couple who owned the East Spa in Vero Beach let all the dirty deeds take place behind closed doors. Despite dozens of arrests, police say they aren't finished.
If it takes 2 weeks, if it takes 6 months, if it takes a year, we're going to be thorough about it. And it's almost like a review of massage parlors.
A major part of their investigation includes the website RubMap, a site that advertises itself as a place for erotic massage, spa reviews, and happy endings. And back to breaking news along State Road 29. At least 5 people are hurt in a head-on crash there. It happened at the intersection of State Road 29 and 82. The Nightbeat Morgan Reiner just got to the scene and has the breaking details. Morgan.
Yeah, well, we actually just got permission to come closer to the scene, and you can just...
And new tonight, this school in Wisconsin is pushing for more conversation about race, and it's on the heels of questions that was posed to some students. As the Nightbeat's Angelica Sanchez reports, they were asked by other students of other backgrounds for a certain pass.
She's now among district parents that received this letter.
And that was Angelica Sanchez reporting. The superintendent says only a small number of students are accused of using the offensive language.
All right, well, thanks for joining us here on Wink News at 10. We hope you have a great night.
Well, Two Broke Girls is up next on WXCW. Goodbye.